Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show, episode 356. Of course, we're here to kick off our reviews of The Boys Season 4 with our reviews of episodes 1 through 3. As always, this is Nerd. You're going to hear the host show. And that's our wonderful co-host, Brad and Yoda.
What's up, everybody? We're on a wonderful Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry, Sunday afternoon. For the first of two live shows today. Today, Brad was not home last night apparently, and could not do this last night. So we had to do this today in the afternoon. And what the hell? So then tonight, after House of Dragon, we're back on again for our review of House of Dragon season 2, episode 1. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. Your Night King, what's it called?
My Night King.
Yeah.
Night King bobblehead.
Yeah. How much was that shit going for on eBay again, Brad?
I have no idea what's going on eBay. I found it like Goodwill or some shit.
Yeah. Brad, how are you doing today, man?
I'm alive.
Yeah.
Last night was a good night.
Yeah, apparently it was. Yeah, you was. What's it called, Brad? It's like, I'm like, okay, Brad. Like, what's it called? You ready? You ready to go? I'm like,
I'm not even in the same city.
Didn't even tell me none of that shit or anything, man. You just
because so we went to an event and it started at 12 and it went from 12 to 1:30, and then we went to get lunch, and then we went over and went to this cider house place. And then we went to a bar, and before I know it was 6:30 when I looked down by the time we got to this bar. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it tonight. I am not making it home in time for anything.
Yep. Yeah, I'm making home in time. You're like, I was like, bro. I was like, God, well, whatever. I mean, it's not like you're going to get home anytime soon. So, like, fuck it, man. I mean, we can just do it today.
I can teleport. I don't think I can.
Yeah. The thing is that Brad wasn't with his family today, or
I was this morning. I was this morning, and then we have to go to Brenda's family this afternoon at 4 my time.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get out of that. We'll see. Hopefully,
I want to watch
I want to watch Game of Thrones like everybody else today. That's what's important today. It's the Game of Thrones. Why put this on Father's Day? HBO.
Yeah. HBO's the one who just fucked you over, bro.
Yeah, I know. HBO's like, oh, there's nothing happening this day. It's Father's Day, man. Come on.
Oh my God, man.
At least I have a built-in excuse of that. I'm hungover.
Yeah. Yep.
I gotta go. I'm hungover.
Well, Brad, if you don't do it today, you're gonna have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So like.
And we got shit to do tomorrow too.
Yep.
So, I've already watched Killing of a Sacred Deer. So
yes,
I have that.
Okay.
I have that done.
Yeah. At least you have that done. But
I got that done.
It's just like, what's it called? If you don't do it today, you can do it tomorrow. And then if we don't do what we have to do tomorrow, we have to do it on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can't do it on Tuesday, that's it. We're not gonna get the chance.
You're not doing it on Wednesday.
Yeah. And Thursday gonna be my grandma's. Yeah. So all right, Brad. So what's it called? I think you should tell Brenda, like, what's it called? Hey, we can go over to your families, but I gotta be back by 7.
I gotta be back by 7 because it's Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling her earlier, like, Game of Thrones is today, and she's like, "What? I thought that ended." And I'm like, she's like, "I watched the ending season with you." I'm like, "No, not that Game of Thrones. This is another Game of Thrones that happened before that." And she's like, "Oh, this is the prequel." I'm like, "Yeah, and it's already been one season. Now this is the second season, so I had to be home to watch this."
Yeah, you're like, I need to see Damon again.
Yeah,
Big Dick Damon. I need to see Big Dick Damon, bro. Yeah. All right. Well,
dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be here to talk about The Boys season 2, episode 1 through 3, guys. So let's go ahead and get this going, man. I got nothing else going on today. I just went to go take my dog to get vaccinations for her rabies and all that stuff, and drop some money on that. So that's all I had going on today. So nothing else important. So let's go ahead and do this thing then. Brad, if you guys have not seen The Boys season 4, episodes 1 through 3, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the episodes, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, man. Let's do this thing. We have 3 episodes to talk about today, Brad, called Department of Dirty Tricks, which the synopsis, what's it called? I'm not going to do all 3 synopsises, but I'm going to tell you the titles. Life Among the Septics, and we'll keep the red flag flying here. And, of course, the first synopsis, I'll read this one. After Butcher misses his opportunity to kill Homelander using Soldier Boy, he attempts to get Ryan back on his side and correct his mistakes. Meanwhile, Homelander seeks out a new ally as he struggles to come to terms with his mortality. Episode is directed by Philip Sigricha, and of course, written by David Reed, Eric Keppels, and Garth Ennis. And episode 2 is directed by Karen Gaviola. This one's written by Jessica Chow, Eric Kripke, and Garth Ennis. And episode 3 is directed by, of course, from Shogun, and now an episode, I believe it was an episode of The Acolyte, Frederick Iotoye. And this episode is written by Ellie Monahan and Eric Kripke and Garth Ennis. The series this season stars Carl Urban, Jack Quaid, Anthony Starr, Aaron Moriarty, Jesse T. Usher, Lance Alonso, Chase Crawford, Tomer Capone, and Karen Fukuhara. And Nathan Mitchell as Black Noir. Colby Minifi, Claudia Dummett, Cameron Crovetti, Susan Hayward, and Valerie Curry. A lot of people. Our 2 newest additions are like mainly, let's go, Susan Hayward and Valerie Curry, who play Sister Sage and Firecracker. And of course, Nathan Mitchell, who's playing Black Noir. I think he's always played Black Noir, but now he's actually talking as Black Noir. Which, Brad, I don't know about you, but it's kind of weird. Like hearing Black Noir speak.
I thought the original Black Noir died.
Yes, this is Black Noir 2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the original didn't talk.
No, the original never talked.
Remember, he had the whole kind of bloodthirsty.
Remember, he had the whole hallucination where, like, the
the cartoon character.
The cartoons in the name of Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, like I said, what's it called? I love this show. I think that every season has gotten better. I think season 1 was a great start. Season 2 improves a lot upon season 1, and I think season 3 has been the best season yet. And I have to say, with these first 3 episodes, I'm hooked. I'm ready. I'm ready for what we're doing this season. I like the turns we're taking here. I just hope they're not these sharp turns that kind of like throwaway things, central things about our characters here. Like I'm talking about, like, mostly Frenchie. I hope like this idea of where Frenchie is at in his life, doesn't like mess with the character, because we've gotten to know Frenchie as somebody who does a lot for Kimiko and loves Kimiko a lot. So I hope that this season isn't like Frenchie like throwing that away, because it would feel like very left field from his character. Something that we've grown to see him not do. But I really like this. I really like these first 3 episodes, man. I gotta say it starts off pretty damn good, and by the 3rd episode, just great job. I'm really interested in what we're doing this season with the boys. What are your initial thoughts, Brad?
I like these 3 episodes. But also I believe we haven't gone through the whole season yet, so it's hard to say. But these 3 episodes do seem quite tame in comparison to the previous seasons and Gen V. They are quite tame. I mean, there's moments in there where you're like, like the dude doing human centipede on himself. I mean, there's that whole scene, but otherwise, it's pretty tame. I mean, you got blood
Pink
here
eye.
and there, but the overall violence, it's not as heightened in this as I think in previous seasons. Which maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's more get into a story, or maybe Homelander's just tired of killing people nonchalantly, but maybe not. So I think this will ramp up as we continue the season along, but I think it's a good start. I think it puts a good shine on our characters. We see Butcher has probably less than a year to live, and he's got something growing in his head and moving around. So wonder how that'll go. Ryan's got to come to a decision on whether to go with Homelander or choose a different path. Mother's Milk is trying to keep the group together, but is not succeeding. I don't think very well. Um, and then Huey's all over the place to me in this.
Yeah.
Kind of Huey's kind of a background character at this point, and from what I'm seeing. So hopefully we get to him part of the story. But
All
overall,
right.
great. I
All
mean,
right.
the boys. So
Yeah. So we're kind of dropped in here, and we have the whole like Homelander, like the supporters of Homelander, like going up against like the Starlight supporters, and it's look, man, what's it called? They've definitely taken this direction where Homelander completely embraces the alt right. I mean, he's right there with
yeah,
like basically like QAnon and all that
yeah.
stuff, and
And humans are playthings.
yeah, yeah. I you got Ryan who he's trying to like. Well, Homelander's just Homelander, in the only way he knows how is trying to be a father, right? And he's trying to like,
He's not doing a great job at
no,
it either.
no,
But
not doing a great job.
what would he know?
Yeah. What do you know, right? It's not like he had a good father.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Homelander like has Ryan. He's trying to do all these things, and I really like what Ryan is like. What Ryan brings to the table here as like a character, and you know what he wants to do with like how he really kind of like is angry at Butcher, but he's also like like hey, like I don't
Wants
want
to work
Butcher
it
to
out.
die.
Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
to work it out. It's Homeland. So he has Homelander's powers basically, but he's empathetic. He has
Yeah.
empathy for others, which Homelander does not.
Yeah. And then the thing is like, and everyone is kind of like, on eggshells around him because like of course you're Homelander's son, right? But like you're also like the first naturally born soup.
Yeah.
Like
So that's kind of a big deal.
it's a really massive big deal. And people are like, well, this kid's gonna be the future of what we're trying to do here at VOD. And like, so I really like what they're doing there, man. I Brad, I don't know if it's if we can get an early prediction here or anything, but like I I really feel like I think we're leading to Butcher dying this season.
I mean, there's one season left on the books after this.
Yeah,
Technically, from what they said, I don't think Butcher has long. I mean, it's just, I think they need an overall large death, and I think Butcher is probably the closest to that right now.
yeah,
Um, I mean, Mother's Milk ain't looking great either. He's lost a ton of weight. He's
yeah,
gaunt, basically.
yeah. I hope, man, it would kill me if this is the episode, this is the season where like everybody, what's it called, like disbands, like
or or
everybody.
or I see A Train dying. I mean,
Yeah.
A Train gets found out for helping the boys.
Well, now it's looking like they're trying to like what's it called, not redeem, but like trying to like work
Like
with
recruit
A
them.
Train.
Yeah, recruit them.
And there's people who obviously do not feel good about that, mainly Huey and Mother's Milk, right? But
Well,
no, not
Huey has
Huey.
good reason.
Yeah, Mother's Milk is the one who wants to do it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? Huey will I mean, he's the guy who killed his girlfriend, bro. Like, but I don't know. To me, A Train has always felt like the character who like kind of wants to change,
Yeah.
but
And
like
he's
he's
just
always
kind of
kind
stuck.
of pulled in a different direction.
Or he's too scared because of Homelander.
Yeah, which I mean, when the Deep tells him when he tells the Deep to go blow A Train, and Deep is like willing to go and do it.
Well, so is A Train. A Train kind of just stands up and is about to just like, get his knob slobbed. So Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. What
I do want to bring up. I do like the new characters they're introducing, Firecracker
yeah,
and Sister Sage, mainly Sister Sage, because
yeah,
it puts this whole new context into the Homelander character of can he listen to others and go with that because she is the smartest person in the world. Um, and Homelander says he thinks he can, listen to her with no repercussions. But I think by the end of the season, Sister Sage is probably dead.
yeah. I don't like where we're starting right now. We're even seeing like Sister Sage. I mean, what's it called? Homelander kind of not in liking that
Yeah,
Sister Sage is
yeah.
telling him
It's
what
like
to do.
everything he wanted because everybody's just being like yes men to him, and then he's
Yeah,
like, I need someone to tell me the truth, and then it's like, Homelander, you could never handle the truth anyway.
yeah, yeah. I think Firecracker's gonna be the one that might what's it called? Stay a little longer, but
Oh,
um,
I think episode 3 because Firecracker episode 1 2 is just like okay, this is a hot female Alex Jones going on. I sure, and then but I think episode 3 really highlights her character, and there's this whole backstory where
yeah,
Starlight was a total bitch to her, and
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, now that's interesting.
And it like I think it's really interesting for Starlight too, because it's like you're realizing like Starlight isn't perfect either, bro. Like she wasn't a perfect person, but she's tried to work to become a better person, and that's why the people rally behind her. But like, you know, I think that Firecracker kind of brings a really good shift in there, and I think we're gonna see a fight between Firecracker and Starlight.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. And although I don't know what Firecracker's power really is, she can snap and make sparks, I guess.
Yeah,
So I guess she can try and light Starlight on fire or something.
something like that, Brad.
Something.
Something like that. I'm not really too what's it called? I don't really understand it either.
She's just gonna do a pyrotechnic show. I don't know.
Yeah. She's just female Alex Jones, Brad. This is female Alex Jones, and
Hot female Alex Jones
yeah, which had one of the guys just doing a whole fucking orgy on what's it called, eating
on
ass.
himself.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like,
Like
it's not what it looks like. And I'm like, no,
we
it's
we
completely
loved
like it
you.
looks like.
It's like we loved you ever since your first Holocaust hoax video.
Eh.
Oh my god! Which, by the
The
way,
fights have been good in this so
yes,
far.
the
The
fights were good.
choreography, yeah,
They've always done a great job of that.
yeah,
They've always done a great job at that. It's just like the only thing that I'm kind of apprehensive here. I'm like some of the directions we're taking with some of these characters. Like I'm not. I don't mind what we're like. I don't mind if we're doing this to Frenchie. Just as like if it doesn't jeopardize what they've built for Frenchie. And knowing that like Frenchie would do anything for Kimiko to make sure that she's safe and he like genuinely loves her. I hope that by the end of this, it's not like, oh, he chose him over Kimiko. And it's like, it's just, to me, that just feels like something that Frenchie wouldn't do from what we've gone to know him with.
yeah.
No. So,
And I don't think that season's leading to that. I think this
yeah.
just puts him in a position of questioning, what he wants.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Mother's Milk was going to try to go find that guy for his ex, and that guy's dead now.
Oh yeah, that yeah, that guy did not
Yeah.
last long in this
That guy
season.
got to meet Homelander,
Yeah.
and they got to be the last thing he saw in this world before he died. Yeah.
For
Holy
being
shit, bro. He
taking
got
a
beaten.
Louisville slugger to the back of the head.
Yeah, that was brutal. Brutal. Um, which I was like, I did not see that coming. I was like, oh god. Um, yeah, but yes, I am very weirded out by the fact that Black Noir is talking. I'm not
So
used to
is
that.
everybody else because they keep telling him to shut up.
Shut up. He's like, I still don't understand what's the direction for my
You
character.
don't say anything.
Yeah,
Shut up.
you're not supposed to talk, bro. Like it just feels so weird, bro. But that's because the last Black Noir died. So yeah.
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 So they had to bring him in.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, bro. I fucking love that part of season 3.
I mean, we probably need to bring up like Huey's small story he has in here with his father
His
having the
mom.
stroke and his
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah. Which look, man, what's it called? I understand why Huey is mad, that his mom has power of attorney, but also Huey hasn't been the most responsible son to his
You know,
father.
no kidding, he hasn't really been there.
You haven't been there, bro. So
I
like,
mean,
I get why you're mad. Like your mom who abandoned you is popping up all of a sudden. You're telling me she has, and she's telling you, "Oh, I have power of attorney." But it's like you can't say like, "Oh, you weren't there for him," when you haven't really been there for him either, bro. So, you're not, what's it called? You haven't been a great son. And I hope that, what's it called? Like, Huey can realize that during the season, like, hey, I haven't really been present in my father's life that much either.
he could have definitely taken time just to talk with his dad about James Patterson books.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you could have been there, man. You could let him, what's it called, read all the James Patterson books you want, man.
Well, I mean, he's become obsessively, obsessive compulsive over trying to get back at this
Yeah,
superhero group that killed his girlfriend. And
yeah,
so everything else has kind of fallen to the wayside. And yeah, I mean, now we're gonna get a retrospective of, yeah, Huey's not the greatest son.
yeah. So, but I think it's gonna be really interesting to see what's up with what's it called um with him and his mom. Like,
Well,
and
and that's
you,
another thing that I don't think a lot of shows or a lot of movies ever go into, at least not any I've watched recently, like postpartum depression. I
yeah,
don't think anything really go like, and the mom was just like, I just had to leave. Like
yeah.
I was going to die if I did not leave.
So I want to see what they do with that because I think like we had never seen her before, and we were kind of like in this space where we're like, okay, well, Huey's mom just abandoned them, so we might not see her. So for her to actually show up, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I want to see what this is all about and see
Not
what
only
they're gonna do
only
with that.
that, showing up and trying to hawk va fucking
Essential oils.
essential oils, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
would have
this is
pissed me off to no end too. That would have pissed me more off than her just showing up out of the blue.
would have woken up just from the fucking coma to tell you to take to
Yeah,
take
that
that shit out.
rosemary smells like shit.
Yeah, hey, get that shit out of my face. Oh my god. Also, Brad, did you notice who voiced the octopus?
Oh, I did read that. Tilda Swinton.
Oh my god. Um, and also it looks like Deep might be growing some balls this season.
And putting them in the octopus.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, man.
no. Well, here's the thing though. Is okay. So Sister Sage, to me, has this grand plan,
Yes,
and
she does.
I don't think it involves like what Homelander wants. I think
Yeah,
that's a part of get what she wants, but I think she wants to be in control of it. She wants to be like the CEO and the top notch. So she's trying to get out.
she wants to take
Like,
Giancarlo's what his position was, right?
yeah, I think that's what she's trying to do at this instance. And so she's just playing the deep. Um,
Yeah,
and she's like that's why she says that. And the deep really is only growing balls because, he's an asshole
yeah,
anyways, and he thinks he can just be an asshole now because he has superpowers like Homelander.
yep. I mean, let's not forget what's it called, what the Deep did to fucking what's it called, Starlight in the first season
Yeah,
of the Boys.
no
Like
kidding.
the Deep's always been the asshole. That's what I'm saying. Like the only one who
Which
might,
Firecracker brings up in that
yeah,
conversation, or in a video thing, like she never had to blow in it and he went on her way to the top. So
yeah. So what's it called? That's what I'm telling you, man. Like I think the only one who might actually have the chance to change, even though it might take some convincing from Huey, like it's A Train. The only one I can see from that group that might want to actually change is A Train because you can tell every time that he's around his brother how much like this stuff really affects him.
yeah, how much he feels like he's disappointing his brother, and not only his brother, but his nephews as well.
Yeah, yeah. But man, I really like these 3 episodes. It's nowhere near like the opening for season 3,
No,
but but I have to say that it does its job. It hooked me. I'm really interested to see where we're taking some of these like storylines here. And overall, like the boy season 3's got me, man.
I,
Like I
I,
said, Gen V and season 3 really, did something for me to really hook me into this show. But this just it starts off right. It starts where we need to start off.
I mean, this is the fourth season, So
Yeah.
anybody who's been watching this long is going to continue watching it probably until the end. So it is not going to take much to hook you.
Yeah.
But overall, we get our characters we want. We get them on their way to towards the end for some of them, and towards a bigger story, I guess, for the others. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens to Butcher and Kimiko and Frenchie and all the rest we characters we've come to know and love. And hopefully not too many gratuitous deaths, but it's the boys, so there probably will be.
Yeah. And remember what I said, Brad. When you start your show by having like outrageous shit, and it's gonna get to the point where you can't like top it.
Yeah, so you
You know.
gotta instead of the outrageous shit, you kind of gotta work on the story then.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm kind of like, I think I've gotten to the point with the boys where I've seen you do the crazy stuff, and I just want to see us like move forward and like try to start getting us with this story and try to see what we're gonna do with that. So,
And I think
um,
they're gonna use Gen V because that's only in the second
yeah,
season, and that'll probably be where they'll do most
yeah,
of their gratuitous violence.
yeah. And remember, season 4 hands off to season 2 of Gen V. So the way that we end this season is definitely going to be important to how we start season what's it called 2 of Gen V. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see what they do with that.
You think
Um,
we get a call out to Gen V somewhere in this season?
I mean, we already did, Brett. What's it called
The names on the board?
when the girl said what's it called? Thank you for helping me out in Godolkin.
Ah, okay.
Remember, she's like, "Oh, I had that little problem in Godolkin," and she was like, "Oh, we could use some of those, but not really." Like, yeah, they
Oh,
already
and
do.
yeah, and Butcher did talk about the virus.
Yeah,
So yeah, there are little hints.
yeah. How I told him like, "Oh, it was because of Godolkin." Like, whatever you guys got going on in Godolkin, it's like, yeah. Um, Super interested to see what's gonna go down with the daughter of that congresswoman. What the fuck
That's
is her name?
interesting. Yeah, her new superpower is
It's fucking scary.
fucking frightening.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
that popped off and she just started eating that dude's face,
yeah. Newman's daughter. Yeah. Um,
I'm just like, they
Barry.
turned her into the alien
Basically, basically.
or the thing. I don't know. What
Yeah,
is this?
yeah. That was some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Especially when fucking like she leaves Ryan leaves her alone. I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen to this girl? And then like, oh shit. And I kind of forgot that that Newman gave her what's it called, Compound V. So I was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, I
they
see.
kind of did that in before the show started. They showed that clip.
Yeah. So just I'm really interested, man. I like these episodes. What are your final verdicts on each episode, Brad?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think which one I like preferred better.
I think I liked episode 1 more.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I think I'm going episode 1, 3, then 2.
Yeah.
I think that's the way I'm going.
I'd say that episode 1 was like an 8.5 for me.
Okay.
Episode 2, like an 8, and 3 was like an 8.25. I think that's the way that I'd score it.
I think I go episode 1, 8.25. Episode 2, a 7.5, and episode 3 an 8.
Yeah.
I think I go with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But overall, like, good stuff.
It's
I
good.
really
I mean, it's
enjoyed
the
it.
boys.
And it's the boys, man. I just what's it called? I want a good season, and I want us to push the story forward. And I would like for it not to end with the whole like, well, we don't know how to kill Homelander, and we don't know how to beat Homelander. Like, I think we need to start moving towards this
It's like
part
you better figure it out.
where we it's like start to figure this shit out. Like,
I mean, because they already failed in the last season.
yeah, they failed with the last season, and I think we're kind of like looking at the fact that like, well, maybe Homelanders might be the one who destroys himself.
Probably. Maybe goes flies into the sun or some shit.
Probably,
Pulls it invincible.
yeah. Pulls the Icarus, right? Yeah. What was the name of that guy from what's it called from the Eternals who just what's it called flies directly into the sun?
I
The
don't
one who was
remember
played
that.
by Rob Stark.
Yeah, that movie was fucking long ago. I don't remember.
Yeah, the one who was played by Rob Stark from Game of
Put
Thrones.
that in chat, people. We don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not looking
yeah,
it up.
yeah.
I
But
do miss Soldier Boy though.
Yeah, I do miss Journey Boy too because Jensen Ankle is just fucking hilarious. Jensen Ankle is hilarious.
Some of the best
Ankle's,
dialogue I think throughout all the seasons of The
yeah,
Boys.
and then of course when he shows up in Gen V, just
Yeah, very unexpected, but fucking funny.
so funny. Um, But that's it for our review of the first 3 episodes of season 4 of The Boys. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. And if you would like to keep up to date with us on thenerdcore.com, we're on Twitter at the Nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Twitter at the Nerdcore. And of course, Patreon is patreon.com/the Nerdcore. $1 a month gets you our main show for ad free, live, and early before anybody else gets to watch it on their Tuesdays and Saturday slots. And of course, our Discord link is in the description below. Make sure you talk to us in the comments of our YouTube video. Click on the notification bell when you subscribe as well, and leave a like on the video. Also, make sure that you are leaving a 5-star review on our podcast app of choice and following us on that app as well. All of that stuff helps us out as well. And of course, we'd like to thank our patrons. Without them, none of this is possible, especially our wonderful producer, Shane. Where can you find him, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK, on Twitter at thriftedil, or go buy something from the Suppy God at presentcityofenergy.com.
I need y'all to hit up the Dazed and Confused review. That's at 0 views right now, y'all.
How
Y'all
can
gotta
that
go.
be at 0?
Y'all gotta go hit that up.
That's the one y'all
Please.
need to listen to. That's the one me and Raul disagreed on.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all gotta hit that up. Y'all gotta go and talk about that because it was a really good episode that we did, and we had some good conversation on that. So y'all gotta hit that up, please. Y'all can't leave that at 0 views. So go and check that out, guys. But for now, that's all we got. We'll be back tonight for House of Dragon Season 2, Episode 1. But for now, that's all we got for you guys. Brad, let's send them out of here.
All right, Raul, theme host as always. Thank you to all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I'm still questioning why Starlight couldn't catch both of them. But, I guess we'll never know. Young Good out.
All right, Brad. That's all we got here.